Hello, relatives. Welcome to this Schlagbite entitled I Speak Freely, Not Fluently. Last week, I went to lunch with my daughter. After we were seated by the hostess, our server came over. She introduced herself and then asked what we'd like to drink. But when she got to the word drink, she began stuttering severely. There is this awkward moment when you don't know whether to jump in and say the anticipated word or just wait. When she finished her sentence, I asked her what she preferred, and she said that with people that she didn't know, she preferred them not to speak for her. With her friends, however, they bantered back and forth easily. I said I did need a drink, but was it possible to turn the music down because I could hardly hear our conversation? And she laughed and said, I get that. You're hard of hearing and I'm hard of speaking. And she said that indeed there was a private dining room in the back and it wouldn't be a problem her serving us back there. It was the perfect place. And for the next hour and a half, we told each other our stories. Paige is 22 years old, comes from a small town in Oklahoma, and had just come to Phoenix 8 weeks ago. Had no job, no place to live, no family or friends, and in the last 2 months she has found a place to live, got a job in which she has to talk to strangers and face her challenge every day. She acknowledged that sometimes people were insensitive, occasionally even mean-spirited. And if that happened, she'd flash them her tattoo. And then she raised her forearm to show it to me. And on it was tattooed, I speak freely, not fluently. I'm a stutterer, she tells them, but that's not all I am. Here I am, deal with it. This beautiful young woman comes to me at this extraordinary time in my life when I need to be reminded to live joyfully and engaged in every moment. Paige is living her truth every day, facing her struggles and growing in all those ways she's dared to imagine. She comes to every day joyfully engaged in what she's doing, and I'm reminded I talk that talk, but walking it is not always easy. I want to tell my story with Paige's courage. I want to come from that place where I don't hide my vulnerabilities, but I am also not defined by them. Here I am. Let's deal with it. So Paige and I discovered each other just at the right time in our lives. And, that's what always happens in life when you need it the most. Every act of creativity, every act of insight is the result of a prepared mind and a serendipitous moment. You find yourself in the right place at the right time with the right people, and you learn something you need to know. First thing I did when I got home was to look her up on YouTube. She told me that she had made several, and she thinks I'd enjoy seeing them. Go to youtube.com and then search for Paige White, Stutter. She blew me away again, and I listened with tears in my eyes, and it brought courage to my soul. I asked about her dreams for the future. She said, I want to be a public speaker. It just so happens I know something about that. And I told her I could help her. The right person in the right place at the right time, it changes your world. Reach out and touch somebody you don't know, relatives, especially in this time of distancing, isolation, and despair. Touch somebody you don't know. It can change your and their lives. Have a great week. I say this for all my relations. Mitakuiase.